Hi, I'm Jake Ducey, and what you're looking at here is my $5.27 million money map. And in a matter of minutes, you'll discover why this money map is the secret to you making $10,000 or more in the next 10 weeks. Believe it or not, this income increasing money map is hiding in plain sight. And the problem is that most people don't know where to look for it. I know that may sound kind of weird, but it will all make sense here in just a few minutes. Once it clicks for you, you'll be able to make more than $10,000 for a lot longer than 10 weeks. When you watch this unique presentation all the way to the end, you're going to discover 7 main things. Number 1, how to put together a simple money map to help you create $10,000 in just 10 weeks, along with a money strategy to increase your income for many years to come. Number 2, how to use an all-powerful law of money to skyrocket your income in 10 weeks or less. And no, it's not the law of attraction. Number 3, the sneaky way to trick yourself into saving more money. Do this and financial freedom will be yours. Number 4, why a shocking 69% of adults have less than $1,000 in a savings account. How to escape this fate and manifest an abundant reality. Number 5, the top way to beat inflation while the government prints historic amounts of money and destroys the purchasing power of your annual income and savings. Hint, this is something all millionaires are doing that the poor and middle class do not know about. Number 6, a simple strategy you can use to develop multiple sources of income so your monthly income is coming from numerous different places. This will help you make more money and keep you safe in the face of an economic collapse or job losses. Number 7, the exact strategy that helped Angie make $1 million unexpectedly without any history as a financial expert. So keep watching this presentation all the way to the end, and you too can get your hands on my personal money map and the $10,000 that I just promised you. But before we go any further, I must warn you, in order for this to work, I'll need you to do a couple things. First, get rid of any distractions around you. Relax for a moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, if I could show you how to add $10,000 to your name in 10 weeks, wouldn't you be willing to shut down all distractions? Ignore your social media for just a moment, set your phone on silent, and just give me your undivided attention just for this video. That's fair, right? So the reason I'm asking for your undivided attention is that I'm sick and tired of watching people suffer financially. And every year, it's getting worse. In recent polls, the vast majority of people said they are losing sleep over money problems. And I believe that is evil. Because if people knew what I'm about to share with you, things would be different. I'm sick and tired of seeing that the number one cause of divorce is financial issues. 9 out of 10 people die with less than $10,000 and virtually no financial assets. Heart attacks are one of the top causes of death in the world, and the number one time deadly heart attacks occur is when people are least expecting it, at around 6:30 a.m. Monday morning, as people are preparing to go to a stressful job they feel underpaid at. The average American says they cannot come up with $500 within 24 hours for an emergency. People cannot afford health care. People are trapped driving dangerous and broken cars that they can't afford to fix. People are suffocating in debt, and it's destroying their happiness. Families do not have the money to go on vacations with their children, put their children in proper schools, or buy a home they really want to live in. I think this is all evil. I don't think you are evil for having money problems. I think it is evil. You have not been taught how to change your financial reality. I think it is evil that the most important parts of people's lives, marriages, hobbies, and happiness are destroyed by a lack of money. So, isn't it fair to say that the lack of money is actually the root of all evil, right? What I'm about to show you can radically transform the trajectory of your life. Now, I know that's a bold claim, but if you give me a chance, I will prove it to you. The second thing I want you to do is grab something that you can take notes with. It can be a pen or a pencil or a notepad on your computer. The reason why I'm asking you to take notes is that it's scientifically proven that if you can also write down the big ideas, they sink deeper into your brain and you'll remember them better. And I want you to remember what I share with you easily. That way, you can have the money you desire and deserve. Right now, so many people are needlessly struggling with money. As I mentioned a moment ago, a recent study showed that the vast majority of Americans don't have enough money to cover a $500 emergency. But the problem with that is emergencies are rarely limited to $500. Knowing that one unfortunate event, mishap, or accident can financially destroy people absolutely hurts my heart, especially when I know it doesn't have to be this way. Now, some people may think that it's okay for me to say this because I have some money and because I'm a best-selling author and I have 3 published books with Penguin Random House, the #1 English publishing company in the world. But I can assure you, it hasn't always been this way for me. There was a time when I was totally stuck and I couldn't even conceive of my finances changing in any significant way. Like most Americans, I was living paycheck to paycheck. Here's what I mean. There was a time when my wife Ashley and I were broke. We were regular 21-year-olds. We were stressing and arguing about our monthly rent payments. Like most people, my wife Ashley was in credit card debt that exceeded her annual income. Not because she bought silly things, but because even with the simple life we were living, she could not afford necessary things. She was working over 40 hours per week, commuting at least 1 hour each way in soul-sucking Los Angeles traffic. And like most Americans, we were brought up to believe that this is entirely normal and it's just the way it is. We said things like, well, at least we're happy. Money isn't everything in life. In fact, we were hypnotized to think that there was no other way and that we would stay broke, unable to do the things that we really wanted to do in life. But when we were in this financial despair, instead of listening to all the debt advice we heard, we did something 100% counterintuitive. We took our focus off debt and set up a splurge account. What we started to do was put 5% of our money into an account where we would blow it and act like we were rich. We stayed at expensive hotels, ate at fancy restaurants, and lived the life we wanted, even if it was only for a brief moment. Because each time we did that, we felt rich, and we started to activate those cells in our brain. But here's the critical thing. We didn't use credit to do this. We used our own money, the money we started to save, even though it was a very small amount. We began to practice breaking ourselves out of our financial rut just so we could see that there was something bigger that we were meant for. And it happened. I was a millionaire by the time I was 27 and a multimillionaire by the time I was 30. And the best part is my wife was able to retire at 27 and she has been able to raise our daughter full time. Here's a picture of my wife raising my daughter full time from home as a retired mother of my beautiful little girl. Now, I don't share this story to brag and boast. I'm sharing it because I didn't believe it was possible. until I had a mentor teach me these money tools to help you create $10,000 in 10 weeks. So if I can do it, you can too. And I want you to remember that despite the relative success that I've made in my life, the truth is I'm just a regular person. I'm not that much different than you. I discovered how to change my financial fate, and I want to help you do the same thing. I'm sick and tired of seeing what's happening in our world. I truly believe the world would be a lot better place if we knew how to create money in our lives and if you had your own personal money map. And I'm about to share with you what I did. That way, you can finally experience results like these for yourself. Before I share with you what I did, I need to let you in on a little secret. The reason so many people have trouble with money is there's an evil enemy that hides in plain sight. In fact, once I tell you what it is, you will notice it everywhere. And you may even wonder why other people don't see it as well. But that's the whole idea. We are meant to fall into this money trap. That's why I want you to know if you've ever had trouble with money, it's not your fault. Before I even move on, I need you to hear me out on this. It really is not your fault. We were just never taught the simple principles of making money. Although it's not your fault, after you're aware of this, you'll know it is your responsibility to take immediate action. The simple truth is you've been blatantly lied to for years when it comes to money, finances, and wealth creation. So what's this enemy that I'm talking about? It's called the debt slave system that makes debt easy to get and makes money hard to keep. It tries to turn us into profit puppets for rich fat cats who dangle debt and trap us in their debt system. Their philosophy is, why take $100 off you quickly if they can take 1,000, 10,000, or even 100,000 off you slowly? And here's the kicker. They do it without most people even noticing it. Don't believe me? Look at credit cards. Basic purchases can end up costing us hundreds and even thousands of dollars in interest each year. When we buy a car repayments can end up costing us thousands of dollars in interest. And mortgages, well, we end up paying hundreds of thousands in interest and fees. This is why it's so hard to get ahead. And even before you get your paycheck, most of it is gone to pay off debt and taxes. It can feel like you'll always be trapped in a cycle of living beyond your means. Well, the good news is you and I are more clever and more capable than those debt dangling and interest ingesting fat cats think. In fact, the tide is turning against this dysfunctional system. Right now, across the world, there is a great resignation happening right now. And people who were once stuck in jobs where they were underpaid, underappreciated, and undervalued have figured out they deserve more. So this has led to a record number of people resigning from their jobs and sticking it to the bosses and their dysfunctional system. But there is a problem. They all still need money, so many will end up back at another job and unhappy again. Meanwhile, millions of other people are helplessly slaving away at jobs they don't love and feel significantly underpaid at. The problem is that many people think that to have more money, they need to work harder or have a higher paying job. This simply isn't true, and there is another way. Now, I'm not suggesting that people stop working altogether. I'm simply suggesting they work smarter to know how money works so they can have more of it. And that's not hard to do when you have the right information. Remember the money map that I showed you at the beginning? Well, there are actually two different types of money maps, and they lead to two totally different financial destinations. The first map has convoluted and confusing directions, and it leads to a treasure filled with fool's gold. And here's why. People think they're rich because they have their treasure, but they actually don't own any of it. The fat cats do. And it's no surprise this map is given out by the fat cats and their cashed up cronies. But there is a little known second map that has a clear and simple to follow instructions that lead to a life of riches in every aspect of your life. When people follow this second map, they report phenomenal results. Results like Angie. Here's what Angie emailed to me after following my little bits of simple advice. Hi, Jake. I had to reach out to personally tell you thank you 1,000,000 times over. The work that you do has played a role in a sudden success of my business. After struggling for a few months to break past $2,000 per month in revenue, I generated $10,000 in November and more than $190,000 in sales in December and $200,000 in January. Below is a screenshot from one of my payment gateways showing the massive quantum leap my business experienced. We're projecting over 1 million in sales for 2019, and it's absolutely mind-blowing and life-transforming for my family. So I want to ask you a question. If you were offered a choice of these two money maps, which one would you choose? Let's be honest, there's really only one choice because one map is a fake one that sends people on a wild goose chase, and the other is an authentic financial roadmap that leads straight to living a rich life like Angie did. Ask me how I know. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. You can probably find this map on your own if you look hard enough, and a few people have, and I'm one of them. You can spend years following the trail, coming to dead ends, and having to go back to the beginning and start again, and maybe you'll eventually find your personal treasure. But the statistics show that 90% of people spend their entire lives struggling financially. And even if you eventually figure it out, I don't want you to find your personal treasure when you've lost what matters to you along the way, or you're too old or disillusioned to enjoy it. One of my favorite authors, MJ DeMarco, calls it wealth in a wheelchair. In his famous personal finance book, he poses two questions. Do you want to follow the slow lane to wealth, the slow lane that keeps most people broke forever? Or do you want to use the financial fast lane? I don't know about you, but I want you to get your personal treasure now so you can enjoy it today and so we can change the world. That's why I created the 10K in 10 weeks program. I've designed this program to give you a money map to break free from the dysfunctional debt slave system. It's the same map I used to become a multimillionaire before I was 30 and retired my wife so she could be a full-time mom. I'm going to show you so many ways to make the most out of the money you have, how to save more of it, keep more money, and even make more money on top of that. Kind of like Toby. Toby wrote in saying, "Hey Jake, I'm a well-known artist and painter, but the money was just never reaching the notoriety. And the money problems were huge. I started listening to you, and literally within 48 hours, people started spending huge amounts of money and ordering my paintings from all over the world. In under 2 days, it changed my finances in a big way. Isn't it fair to say that you should have more financial freedom and less financial stress like Toby?" I'll also be giving you a little known mind hack that will make you immune to poverty thinking. This simple mindset shift will help you move from the slow lane to the financial fast lane. And I'm going to show you the best high income producing activities you can start to do to build your wealth. Plus, the low income activities you need to stop doing immediately. That's one of the things that rich people do very well to accelerate their income. Basically, they do less of the things that cost them money and more of what makes them money. Oh, and I'll share the sneaky way to trick yourself into saving more money. Do this and financial freedom will be yours. No, it's not the splurge account that I was talking about a bit earlier. This is another clever way to do it in a big way. So I have a question for you. How would your life change if you never had to worry about money again? To have the money to live life on your terms, to have the money to help others, to know how to make money at will. Well, with the $10,000 in 10 weeks program, 10K in 10 weeks, you can do all of that and way more. So here's everything you're going to get right now. You'll instantly get access to the entire 10K in 10 weeks program valued at $997. And if this was all you received today, it would change your life exponentially. But when you order today, I'm going to give you a few bonuses that will dramatically help you over the next couple months. Now, in my experience, I know that one of the biggest things that stops people from making money is their beliefs and mindset around money. So I'm going to give you an exclusive Second Mind neuroprogrammer video on money and wealth attraction valued at $197 for free. This is the first time this has ever been offered outside of my signature program, the Second Mind. You can't even buy these separately on my website, but because I want you to get fast results, I'm pulling out all the stops. These videos and the technology behind this will help you rewire your subconscious and program it for massive success. In fact, here's what a previous customer, Janice, had to say about reprogramming her mind with my tools. Jake, how can I ever thank you? I bought several of your programs, but the best one was the one on abundance and reprogramming your mind. I lost my job, was losing my home and everything in 2018. I felt so lost until I kept listening to your programs. I kept telling myself money is all around me and I have an abundance of money. Then it came. The best job I've ever had in my life. Checks were coming in the mail from settlements that I never thought would happen. You changed my whole life. I love waking up every morning and thanking God. Thank you, and don't ever stop teaching. You really stopped me from giving up on my life. It was that close. You are so awesome. You're an angel from above. Well, I don't know about being an angel, but I do love hearing these types of stories that happen day after day, week after week, month after month. So thank you for those kind words. So remember, I'm giving you the 10K in 10 weeks, and I'm also giving you the Second Mind neuroprogrammer videos, which is a total of $1,194. But listen, I'm not asking you to go into debt for this program. What I'm asking you to do is use your money to make more money. That's what rich people do. They put their money into investments that actually turn into more money for them. All I'm asking you to do is take some of your money and use it to create a better future for yourself. So I have a quick question. When was the last time you used your money to make more money? If you can't think of a time, don't feel bad. Remember, it's not your fault. But it is your responsibility to change it. And it's my responsibility to help you. This is why I'm also giving you another epic bonus. The How to Legally Turn $10 into $1,000 masterclass from my business partner, Jason. Jason has this magical ability to practically pluck money out of thin air. And when he showed me how he makes thousands of dollars from a small $10 investment, I was absolutely stunned. The best part is it's so simple that anyone can do it. All you need is an internet connection and $10. You can't buy this program on any website, and the only place you'll get it is here. And it's valued at $397. So let's recap what you're going to get. You're going to get the 10K in 10 weeks program valued at $997. You're going to get my exclusive Second Mind neuroprogrammer videos on money valued at $197. And the How to Legally Turn $10 into $1,000 masterclass from Jason were $397, all for a total of $1,591. But you know what? I'm going to give you even more. I'm going to do something that I've been asked to do for years by hundreds of people. So here's what it is. A simple way to make more money is to be a partner of someone who is already successful and has a proven money-making model. Basically, you share a few of their gifts and promote their products, and when people buy through the link you shared, you get paid a big percentage. It's so simple that anyone can do it. And the best part is you don't even have to do any of the hard work. You just share some gifts with people and you get money. Well, because I want you to have quick access to cash, when you get the 10K in 10 weeks program today, you can join the Jake Ducey Partnership Program. Now, I can't promise that this will be available for long because I'm a bit unsure how many people my coaches can actually assist. But when you get access today, I'll promise to save you a spot. I can't even begin to put a price on this, and I know it sounds like a cliche to say this, but it's priceless. I mean, how many legitimate opportunities do you get to make money for doing practically nothing? In my experience, they don't come along too often, especially ones where all you have to do is give away cool gifts and prizes to people. I pretty much do all the hard work and heavy lifting for you. Now, you probably thought my promise to help you make 10K in the next 10 weeks was a big claim. But for the last hour, I've shared a ton of information with you, and you probably now know information doesn't equal transformation. There are plenty of armchair experts who will never, ever, ever reach their true financial potential. And there's not much I can do for them, but I can do a lot for you if you let me. So right now you have two options. Option one, you can take what you've learned here today and try to make it work for you. You could get lucky and have a few things work for you once or twice, but true wealth comes from consistent income streams. Maybe you'll be like most people who try things a few times, but when it doesn't work, they just give up and think it's not for them. But my question is, how can money not be for someone when it is a birthright for you to have it? You deserve to have money, which brings me to option number 2. Sign up to 10K in 10 weeks right now and discover how simple and easy it is to have the money you desire and deserve. You'll have all the support you need to succeed, and once you start making money, you'll wonder where it has been hiding all this time. Like Napoleon Hill said in his famous book, Think and Grow Rich, riches, when they come so quickly and in such vast quantities that one wonders where they were hiding all those lean years. You'll have the money to be, do, and have all that you want, but you need to choose. And while you make your decision, I want you to think about something. There are usually 2 types of people who typically show up at these trainings. The first kind is the kind of person who thinks opportunities to change their financial destiny are too good to be true. And to be fair, they don't know how to decipher if something is legitimate or not. So they stay in their uncomfortable financial comfort zone. And then there's the second kind of person. This is the kind of person who decides to stop settling for less than they deserve. They decide it's time for them to reclaim their birthright of being rich. So I invite you to be the second kind of person, kind of like Zonke from South Africa. She wrote in telling me that she never thought that she could have a beautiful home because of where she comes from and being raised by a single middle-class mother. However, when she followed my money map advice, she was able to settle up on all of her debts and get approved for her very own 5-bedroom dream home. It doesn't matter if you live in the United States or anywhere else across the globe. If you've got an internet connection, you are all set in today's world. Now, I wasn't planning on putting together any other programs or courses, But so many people were asking me, Jake, please help me make more money. I am struggling right now. So we put together the 10K in 10 weeks program, which is an absolutely proven money map system that will help you make more money. And I was thinking maybe we should charge a few $1,000s for this because this is a proven roadmap that can help you make 10K in 10 weeks. But we decided to price this at a reasonable level. But I know there's a lot of people that would love a generous gift and an opportunity to make more money without being charged an arm and a leg. For a very limited time, there is a 50% off pricing that you will not find anywhere else. You just pay one payment of $197 to get the 10K in 10 weeks program. That's it. One payment of $197 for the 10K in 10 weeks program. Now, I thought maybe we should just sell this at the full price and not do a 50% off sale. But I want to reward the people that have the ability and the courage to take action. The people that want to make more money, but maybe finances are a little bit tight. You want to learn how to build your own personal money map. You want to learn how to build multiple sources of income, but you don't have a lot of extra money sitting around. So right now, for a limited time, you can join for $197. Don't bookmark this page and come back later. If you do, you'll risk having to pay the full price for the exact same deal. So go right now to jakeducey.com/10K and get going on your journey to 10K in 10 weeks. This is an absolutely ridiculous deal, but I kept it as affordable as I possibly can. I want to make this decision for you as simple as I possibly can. So here's what I'm willing to do for you. Let's not get you to fully commit yes or no today because I want you to make a fully informed decision. And the only way you can make a fully informed decision is on the inside, not the outside. When you get on the inside, you'll get to see that everything I said on this page is true and see it's genuinely valuable to you. And then when you see it with your own eyes, that's when you decide to keep it. If it's not for you, no hard feelings. This way, you can make the best possible decision about the program. I understand that it may be hard to make this decision right now for the same reason that you don't buy a house without first looking at the inside of it. And I know this, whether it's 29 minutes or 29 days from now, if you aren't happy, I'm not happy. So if for any reason whatsoever you want your money back, you'll get it because I only want to keep your money if and when you're happy and getting the same positive results that we did. All you have to do is email me within 30 days at jd@jakeducey.com and let me know it's not for you. So remember, you're getting the 10K in 10 weeks program valued at $997 with a proven money roadmap that you can start to use to change your financial life. And you're getting an exclusive Second Mind Neuroprogrammer video on money valued at $197 and the How to Legally Turn $10 into $1,000 mini workshop from Jason valued at $397, all for a total of $1,591. Plus, for a limited time, you can join the Partner with Jake program where I hand deliver you promotional tools and gifts that you can get paid on just for sharing with people. And that's absolutely priceless. So click on the button below to get started or sign up at jakeducey.com/10K. On that page, I've created a ridiculously generous offer that will give you access to the 10K in 10 weeks program, plus all of the bonuses for only one payment of $197. That is a 50% off pricing that you will not find anywhere else. Now, keep in mind, these are exact strategies I used to boost my income, change my own financial circumstances, and become a multimillionaire by the time I was 30. And you're going to get access to all my experience and expertise for less than a cup of coffee per day. Now, the time to decide has come. You've listened to me for almost an hour, and I know you wouldn't have done that unless you found something interesting. Whether it's the debt slave system or the great resignation, or maybe it was the idea that you could make $10K in 10 weeks. But I think that it was all that and the fact that you know you deserve better. And you know there's a way to get out of it. That's what the money map is all about. All you need to do is commit and sign up right now at jakeducey.com/10K or click the order now button right there below. So let's do this. Click on the button below or go to jakeducey.com/10K and I'll see you on the inside. If you're still watching and you haven't ordered yet, I want to take a moment to make a few promises. My biggest concern for you is that you'll close this video and go back to the same old money habits that brought you here in the first place. But I want better for you. And I want you to discover how to turn your annual income into your monthly income. What would it look like if every Friday you earned what you made last month? I know that may sound like a pipe dream, and I know it may sound a little crazy. I thought the same thing when my mentor challenged me to do it. In this course, I will show you exactly how I went from earning $1,900 per month to $1,900 per week, then from there to $10,000 per month, and then from there to $100,000 plus every single month. I will take you through the exact same money blueprint that my mentor taught me, even though it seemed absolutely impossible to me at the time. You will also discover the secrets of how to develop multiple sources of income. Imagine how your life would change if you had money coming into your bank account from 1, 2, 3, or even 10 different sources. Again, this sounded absolutely insane to me, and now it's as normal as putting on my socks and shoes each day. It's just a part of my daily routine. Even if you don't know how right now, you'll discover the exact income roadmap that I use to go from one source of income to over 10 sources of income. You'll also learn the top money habits that allowed me to become a multimillionaire before I turned 30 years old. Can you imagine what your life would look like if you were a millionaire? I certainly couldn't even imagine it, but when I discovered the money habits of millionaires, my income skyrocketed. You'll learn how to use the top money habits of millionaires so you can drastically increase your income. Discover the strategies to beat skyrocketing inflation that is quietly destroying your freedom. You may think that you're happy with where you are right now, but you may not realize that inflation is eating away your freedom. The Federal Reserve has now claimed inflation is 7%. We all know that the cost of living is increasing much faster, and it may be as high as 20%. The danger is that if you don't know how to beat inflation, you are going backward. For example, if you make $40,000 per year at 7% inflation, in 10 years, you'll lose $28,000 per year of your $40,000 income, and you won't even know it's happening. You'll still see the $40,000 of income, but you'll lose your purchasing power without even knowing. So discover the same systems millionaires are using to beat inflation. You'll learn how to save more money without working as hard at it. Discover what's stopping you from saving more money and how to do it. It's not as hard as you may have been led to believe. Discover how to earn the kind of money where you never need to worry about losing your job due to unforeseen circumstances. What would it look like if you never had to worry about whether you were going to lose your job? In fact, after you go through this course, it's very likely you'll want to lose your job because you'll realize it's getting in the way of you achieving and earning so much more money. Learn how to make money online or from the comfort of your home, even if you don't know how. You'll learn the exact strategy that I use to make $5.2 million without spending money on advertising or having any special or hard to obtain skills. Sounds crazy, but without spending money on advertising, without having any special skills, I was able to earn $5.2 million from the comfort of my home. You'll discover how you can do it as well. And finally, the whole reason that we're here today. You're going to discover how to earn $10,000 in the next 10 weeks. Everybody needs a plan to earn more money, right? I'm going to hand over my personal money roadmap so you can have your own copy for yourself, and it's guaranteed to work. And remember, I'm taking all the risk for you. You have 30 full days to try it out for yourself. And if you're not completely excited by the course for any reason, I'll give you every single penny back, no questions asked. So it's time for me to go, and it's time for you to hop on board this incredibly generous offer. I can't guarantee how long this low of a price will last, so take action right now. And here's one last thing before we go. So I was reading a Harvard Business School study the other day, and the question was asked, what are the top characteristics of high achievers? As you would imagine, things like intelligence and education, attitude were some of the things listed. However, above all those, at the very top of the list, one characteristic that stood out among all the others: speed of implementation, or the ability to act quickly. You see, fortune favors the bold and the brave, and brave people aren't afraid to act quickly when they leap, when they see an opportunity in front of them. I'm putting a golden opportunity in front of you right now, and it's up to you to decide whether to leap or go back to the old ways that got you here in the first place. So here's to the leapers and to those that recognize the importance of speed of implementation. I look forward to seeing you on the other side in just a couple minutes. This is going to be the best decision you'll make all year. Just go to jakeducey.com/10K or click the order button today to join 10K in 10 weeks. But this deal is only available for an extremely limited time